Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a Western Front battle for you all today. Let's go get through the players, shall we? It's a 3v3. We have Smokey for the United States of America without a commander yet. He's not even moving yet. Hopefully that'll be happening soon. We have a Chuckios as US Airborne. Oh, I always like some Airborne, but he's going for Rifleman instead early on. And we have Major Arteris back, T, who's playing as the Royal Parachute Regiment. Ooh, that's gonna be an interesting one too. For the Axis side, we have Arranged Karma as Panzer Division, or Panzer Division, for the Wehrmacht. We have Mano as Sturm Tactics for the Waffen-SS, and Maverick as Sturm Tactics for the Waffen-SS. So we're gonna have a lot of angry, far-right extremist Wallonians on the field today. We'll see how this one will go. Well, we've had the Airborne moving up. Still no commander pick from... No, Smokey has gone for Armor Company. Okay, so we have a little bit of a mix here. So some good infantry and some potential good tanks for the Allies coming up. The Pioneers have already engaged the rear echelon in the central town here. Storm Pioneers are trying to deny territory over here. There generally is a lot of fighting over this town on this map. This map is called La Fiera, I think. Grenadiers moving up, Wallonians, we even have some Aufklärer on the field. Germans going for a very mixed force there early on. Looks like the British will be fighting up here. US Airborne and British rifle sections present. Only one window on this side though, making it not the best building. Americans are going to have to be careful, there's even a Kugelbang with a 34 here. Americans are not going to have an easy time here, I think. Even having to do a full retreat already. We have some airborne assault teams coming onto the field as well. Americans get some flanking shots in under Kubel. Storm Pioneers behind the sandbags, Wallonians coming up here. We even have some Royal Parachute fire teams here. These guys should be very effective at dealing with the Germans at long range. The British troops are generally very effective at long range engagements. Especially parachute troops. The Germans have a really good position here with the stone fence here in the center. That provides them a lot of cover. Lots of Americans on the southern flank, but they can only really move up here because of the prepared German position. I'll have to be very, very careful. Airborne fire team is close enough to be very valuable here. Pioneers are trying for a tactic. They might throw a grenade. Oh, they don't have the munitions, but they are clearing the cover. Pineapple going in though, but those airborne will have to get out of there. Jeep present. Meanwhile, Americans are doing a full push on the southern flank. The Wallonians and Sturm Pioneers are trying to hold. Pineapple's going in. Oh, and the Pineapple is proving its worth here. Air grenades coming in from the from the Wallonians. Wallonians trying to flank. They're dealing with M1 Garands though. And that's gonna force the Germans to pull out. He used to be echelons to reinforce in the field. That's actually a really good use of them. Meanwhile, the British are engaging the other Wallonians up here. I think in time the British will have the upper hand here thanks to their Royal Parachute troops. These guys are very effective. But for now, the Americans are trying to get the field down here. And succeeding. You have a vertical sitting up here. And that'll threaten the Kubelwagen. G present here for the United States Air Force, or Airborne rather. British are still providing a fuselage of firepower with their Lee Enfields on the German positions here. The Lee Enfield has a very good bolting and the advantage of having extra room for more bullets. So it actually has 10 bullets compared to 5, like the other bolt actions, which is a very handy thing. Royal Rifle sections coming up from the DHQ liaison. Oh, looks like the Royal Parachute troops have been armed with a marksman. That should provide us with good range. GBSB has also his gunner in the center here. MD42 coming up for the Panzer Grenadiers. Using this building here. They can probably use the window there. Lots of airborne coming into the town though. Jeep is down. Yeah, MG is turning to fire. It might just do it in time. Oh, but a grenade got in there! Ooh, by the Americans down here. Oh, that's very, very bad. Pineapple is showing its firepower right there.
Tell us where and when.
More parachute troops coming in, being armed with the telescopic SMLE. It's gonna allow them to have the advantage at range. Americans are fortifying the southern flank here. Are lacking reinforcements though, but the Germans have lost a good bit of territory early on here. Yeah, some Panzer Grenadiers coming in for the Wehrmacht though. Still mostly Wallonians for the Waffen-SS. Not a lot of actual Germans.
Ready to set up artillery and air support command from a new forward base.
MT-34s are covering this area though. But the SMLE's marksman is trying to take pot shots. We'll have to see if that'll work out in the end. So for the front line, looks like it has stabilized, with the Americans taking the center here. Which is going to be a very big deal. This town can be very useful.
Air resupply is now available. Air resupply is now available.
Aufklar providing some support fire for the Grenadiers. Wallonians prepared and Panzer Grenadiers armed with STGs. They might be preparing for an assault here. Ah, he's going to use the cover, obviously. Very smart. Okay. Wallonians behind the Kugelwagen could provide some kind of lightly armored push here if they can coordinate it. And well, the SMLE marksmen are slowly trying to chip away at the German defenses here. Oh, you also had yeah. Why did that air drop? Oh, we have some Pathfinders. Too bad that they dropped in right on top of a Sturm Pioneer. Ooh, that was very bad timing. Very bad timing indeed. Airborne 30 cal present on the field. I think the Airborne is going to need to try and set up an HQ here behind the town. That could probably prove very useful. Oh, Panther 2 command tank is on the field, and we know how dangerous this thing can be. Right grenade going in. Ooh. Americans do have a bazooka though. Oh, they missed. That's not good for the Airborne. Looks like the Americans have lost a small town here for a while. But the armor company is setting up anti-tank guns and everything else they need to cover the southern flank here. Not sure what the British are doing yet. Off in front is a little bit static. AT gun could potentially fire here. Oh, it got spotted, so the Lux is pulling back. Oh, looks like the Royal Parachute troops are moving down here. By a little bit of support fire. I do think the armor companies should plan to send them a forward base here, so they can actually survive. Because they are taking heavy losses from all the grenades being pulled in on them. Yeah, all these Wallonians are being armed with STGs. So many Wallonians. One wonders if the SSE is even going to use any actual Germans here today. But the SMLE armed parachute troopers here are providing more than enough for the Wallonians to handle. Oh, Lux is firing, pulling down some artillery barrages right there. Americans are going to have to move that AT gun. That might be too late. They have to just turn the gun on it. Yeah, American base going up there, good position. A little bit behind the front line so it isn't in danger. Wallonians are just mowing down the Airborne here. good airborne got out of there. I think. They might still not get out of there. Oh, looks like they did. And the SMLE is still just proving to be a little bit of a pain here. They even have a mortar present to provide some precision fire. And a lot of Wallonians preparing here for a push. That's a lot of machine guns. Oh well, Sturmgewehr. But running straight into these guys, that's not gonna work, I think. These paratroopers know how to deal with the Germans.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
Americans will be taking the town. Pentagon is aggressively pushing up to try and stop it.
Our brave infantry is dying.
Oh yeah, the Sturmgewehr are just mowing through them here. That's a pineapple though. MT-34 is still providing too much of a firepower here for the Germans to deal with. Oh, the British, I mean. More Wallonians preparing here. Rifle grenades coming in too. Don't think the British can hold this for much longer. They are throwing a Mills bomb though. Oh, good Mills bomb. And a Mills bomb is a very powerful grenade. Oh, doesn't look good for the town here for the Allies. Storm officer present, armed with the very unique Sturmpistole, which is like a pistol that serves like a grenade launcher. Very unusual weapon. Looks like we're gonna have a glider base here for the British Airborne. Ooh, not the best landing. But it'll suffice. Arrives with a fire team, machine gun, and a bazooka team. Not bad. And it can suffice as a forward base. And while the Germans have slowly been taking the town here, the Panzergrenadiers are doing an amazing job. But yeah, I don't think these stormtroops are gonna do well against all these paratroopers. And the storm officer is in trouble. They have called on artillery though.
Gun is not crude, not anymore.
But that's a lot of artillery. I think that was some double storm officers or something. And lots of rifle grenades, but they do have a 30 cal still. So I think that push is gonna be halted pretty soon. Oh, Stuka down here! Oh yeah, the American front line is not doing too well. Panzergrenadier is working up alongside the command looks.
Your anti-tank gun has arrived.
Yeah, I don't think the Americans can hold this position.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Paratroopers in the town. They're gonna satchel the forward base the Germans have set up. Oh, it did not do anything? What? That is very unfortunate. Yes, these buildings are gonna take a lot more to take down. British are refortifying. Oh yeah, still all the officers are on this end currently for the Germans. Well, at least the Sturm, the SS, I mean. And well, it looks like the Wehrmacht is securing down here, but that was essential. Oh, not essential, that was a booby trap on the fuel. That's gonna slow them down. More artillery coming in here for the Sturm officer. Looks like they're using rapid barrages. Oh, Stuart on the field. That'll deal with the Panther II. So Lux cannot penetrate the... Oh, actually it did. Well, I got one shot. That's not gonna be enough. Looks like the Wallonians are preparing again here to push. They're only becoming easier to hit by being moving in like such a tight spot. But they are providing the site for the artillery to be called in. Because we have some 8 centimeters coming in here. Panzer just trying to push up here to the fields. Airborne is present though.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Yeah, not good for those Panzer Grenadiers. They got mowed down.
Promotions in!
American 50 cal set up here by the ruined Jeep. Good position. Brits are slowly trying to shore up their front line again. A veteran parachute troop here.
Nice job, lads. Good solid line of sandbags.
The enemy is on the offensive. Under fire!
It's gonna be a very tight fight here, I think. More artillery coming in. They are using a lot of their combined artillery here from the Storm officers. They want to threaten this British position with all they have.
Let's get to work. Taking shots from all there!
I mean, we also have a lot of fighting going on down here.
There's a rather splendid Cromwell ready to go.
So A2 on the field for the Americans. And a Cromwell for the British. Also the Wallonians here trying to flank too.
Unfortunately, we've lost a unit.
Wallonians are going to try and Panzerfaust this command steward, I think. Pack forward, you're turning around the corner. Artillery's coming in on it. And yeah, it's just under too much fire.
The enemy has destroyed
Sherman's now present. Sherman's going to help deal with all of these issues, I think. Very powerful tank. Generally people underestimate it, but it's actually really potent.
enemy neutralized.
Probably one of the best tanks the Americans actually have access to, and the workhorse of the US Army. This tank can deal with most things if you use it properly. Oh, that building is a death sentence. Germans just getting pinned, but they might get a Panzerfaust off. Oh, and it did! It didn't kill the tank, though. Oh, they abandoned it. But that's one way to do it. Oh, and then he switched so the rear echelon inside it. Cheeky move. Artillery coming in the Sherman here. He really wants to get rid of that. Double Sherman here. That's a lot of firepower.
Half-track, ready for action.
That's 3 machine guns, one of them being a 50 cal. That is a lot of firepower on these infantry. Germans are calling in some artillery there in their retreat. Yes, needs to get rid of that German HQ that's been set up. Much of the German front line is also relocating by the looks of it.
Taking our territory.
The town is now in Allied hands again.
For orders.
Love to see how this turns out.
Looks like we're getting it.
Command Stuk in the field. Well, technically not a command Stuk, but a Beobax Panzer. So this is essentially a Stuk that's been converted into being a mobile radio and artillery outpost. Obviously with an officer inside. So that works. More A2s come out for the Americans. Never a bad thing. Panzer 4J for the Germans. Yeah, Stuk is not doing too well against all these Germans, but they did get a good shot off. But it's down. Shermans once again proving to be very valuable. Exceptionally valuable tank. Never underestimate it. Cromwell still on the British side here with the paratroopers. Oh, I think this Sherman is probably dead. Yeah. We were too far from the front line.
We just lost a medium tank.
So we have the 3rd Infantry Division on the field as well. The Spearhead Division, as it's actually called, the one the mod is actually named after. Sherman got a penetration shot on the J returned the favor. Yep, J won that out. Panzer Grenadiers moving up here.
Grenadiers standing by.
Out in the open here, they'll mow down these Americans.
Forward headquarters are
Yeah, the Sturmgewehrs are just mowing them down. It's kind of nuts. Stuka bombing strike coming in. Oh, that half-track might not survive. Yeah, he has not heard it. Oh, but the blast wasn't enough. Okay. Another J on the field here. Cromwell 5. This one should be fairly well armored. It might be enough to deal with the Panzer IVs if done correctly. An A2 will also be present to support it. Oh, miss. Panzerjägers on the field. These will deal with the Sherman with no issue if they can get a good shot on it. The Panzerschreck is a separately good anti-tank weapon. You just need to use it correctly. Oh, they missed though. They were being suppressed.
We have a forward structure under attack.
Oh, finally. They got the forward HQ down to catch fire. Germans are trying to scavenge the wrecks for more supplies. It's moving to get a fire into Sherman. And Panzerjägers are trying to move up close to Vorgeballteladung. Oh, that might actually disable it. Oh, yeah, very nice job with the Geballteladung right there. Immobilizing it right behind the vehicle, the building though, so the Americans can still save it. Well, we have a lot of fighting going on here today. I get a feeling this is an unintentional block, by the way. Let's see. Oh, we have a howitzer here for the SS. Bombing the town. So the British Air Forces might have to try and make a push here if they can to stop the howitzers. Sturm Division does allow the Germans to get a lot of pressure going. Panzer IV-H on the field. Mines being laid in advance, good to see. Looks like neither side can really push. Like the Royal British troops is just keeping the Wallonians at bay. Panzer IV-H is trying to move up. Stuka coming in to try and disable the point, good to see. Stuart's not going to be able to do much against the Panzer IV-H. And Stuart's going to be in for a surprise. Yeah, that's probably not what it expected. It survived one shell. That's impressive. Oh, it survived 2 shells. You don't see that every day. 180 got mighty pull enough damage on. Ah, but there it goes. Oh, I completely missed that the Royal Air Force did something up here. Oof. British are doing a very good job today. Lots of panzers have been prepared. We have a Firefly for the British as well. Looks like we have some more paratroopers coming in. Yep, double fire teams being airdropped in by the 101st. Very big operation going on here today. Oh, Cromwell should do really good here. Cromwell is a really good tank, actually. But the Wallonians are going to try and overrun here. They're still holding. Double artillery going on the American positions down here. They're not letting up. And now the Panzer Force are preparing to move. I don't think the Americans have enough to stop them. We'll have to see if this A2 can stop them. Oh, A2 scored a kill. Still getting the fuel. A2 is still holding. It has gained improvised armor thanks to the extra sandbags in front. And the lieutenant is still directing the front line here. And this A2 is holding the line.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
And while the Royal Air Force is coming in again. Just putting pressure on the German lines. There's the American Air Force is flying overhead too. A2 is still holding the front line for the Americans. Airborne's trying to take a trench with smoke cover. And the Cromwell 5 is still helping hold the front line here for the British. Loading a Willie Pete shield. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, yeah, that's gonna burn the crew. Such a powerful ability. And well, the Panzer Grenadiers are gonna try and take the point down here again. A2 is present to try and hold them though. The British are moving very aggressively. They want to get rid of that. Oh, they're Panzerfausting it. Not enough to destroy it though. They might have a direct shot. Oh yeah, that's close range fire. That's incendiary. I don't think that's going to do too much to a tank unless it hits directly. Yeah, it's not hitting the best positions. Oh, that's shield though. Oh, not looking too good for the Germans here. Germans have lost a lot of their firepower. We do see a Sturmtiger coming out though for one of the Germans. And the Sturmtiger is known to do miracles if used correctly. 76 German here fighting the J. Using the smoke good with the Sherman there, good to see. Cromwell's engine is not doing too well, might be overheated. But the Americans are stabilizing the front line and it's getting more and more equipment flowing in. Another glider coming in, not the best landing. Gearbox Panther trying to help the northern front. Firefly trying to get some pot shots though. Like in this mod, you should not expect the German tanks to be the best ones, because in real life they actually not always were. They often had a lot of issues. That Cromwell is finally down. Like, people have this misconception that the Allied tanks were somehow weaker than the Germans, which is not the case at all. The technology gap really wasn't as big as people believe. Like, the Americans had way more supplies and resources to work with, and that kinda shows with their equipment. Oh, we have EC8s coming onto the field. Probably the best and ultimate version of the Sherman tank. And currently, potentially a little bit OP in the current state of the mod. We'll have to see if it gets nerfed in the future. The Germans are still trying to hold on though at the remains of this dried out river. Oh, Firefly killed the squad with a high explosive shot. That's... Ooh, that's gonna hurt. And British are securing the northern fuel now. Finally. A2 is trying to push up here. Oh, getting a penetrating shot on the H. Oh, but the H got a penetrating shot in return. The Sherman's gonna have to pull out of that. Well, it looks like the Americans have set up a repair station. Good to see. The German position is getting harsher and harsher, but we do see Sturmtiger. Ready to see what they decide to use this thing. It fires a huge shell. Yeah, 38 centimeters. That is a huge shell. I get the feeling it'll be used on the British here. And it is. Oof. Cooking off the ammo in one Firefly and immobilizing the other. Deafening all the people here. A powerful, powerful weapon. Yeah, well, that's another Sturmtiger we are seeing now for the other Sturm. I did get a feeling of this, both because of the name of the recording, but also the fact that both the SS went Sturm. And Sturm gets this wonderful Sturmtiger, which is really ridiculous late game. It is very expensive to reload and fire though. 150 munitions per shot. It's not cheap. And the 76 Shermans are going to try and push up now by the looks of it. This pack has to be really careful. Oh, he might get one shot off. Oh, JEO's opening fire. Sturmtiger fired again. Pack is firing. Didn't penetrate. And that means that's probably a dead squad. There we go. Sturmtiger has to pull backwards. Germans are preparing for defense by laying more mines. That's actually a smart move as the Germans always do. You need to prepare to fall back up. Very often. Because the Allies can just escalate so much more when they tear up. Oh, Panzerjägers is going for a little bit of a suicidal charge. Oh, but the Sherman got out of there. US Air Force is flying overhead again. Oh, come on. Beerbox Panzer present. Looks like the Luftabwehr is going to be very busy today. Lots of US airborne on the field today. Out in the open though. Oh, Beerbox Panzer is doing a good job. Oh, until that happened. We might have double Sturmtiger shortly. Oh, that Sturmtiger already fired here and killed a lot of the airborne. If they can just keep the munitions coming in, they could actually potentially turn this around with the Sturmtigers. But the EC-8s are amassing. And the EC-8s could overrun a lot of things. Depends on how they use them. One Sturmtiger shell on top of them could also just kill them all. Oh, Stuck got a flanking shot. Yeah, but here's the EC-8s moving. Artillery being called in on them. Sturmtiger firing. Oh, behind them though, killing the infantry and immobilizing one, but they're still present. But now the Wallonians can use Panzerfausts. It's not looking good for the CC-8s then. And then the H is flanking. Not good for those CC-8s. Now the 76 can take out this H if it's lucky. Yeah, there we go.
The capture point is being overrun.
Wallonians quickly trying to move up to Panzerfausted. And they succeed. Double Sturm Tiger here. This one has not fired yet. Probably waiting for a good target. Oh, it's gonna target the airborne position. Oh, yeah, that completely destroyed them, killing every single British troop. The sheer shockwave of that would shatter the bones and turn people into mush. Oh boy. We're gonna be in for a long one here, aren't we? Because with this, the Germans could just slowly try and attrition down the Allies by shooting the Sturm Tigers at specific targets. That means the Allies is actually gonna have to try and aggressively push. But looks like the Panzer Division is trying aggressively with its Panzer Grenadiers here. Wallonians pushing up again. Pioneers trying to go into the center of the town here. Ooh, overrunning this machine gun, no, this anti-tank gun, but trying to. Wallonians pushing forward. It also seems like we have the double music bug, which sometimes happens in custom maps. I do apologize for that though, because there's not much I can do to change that, I'm afraid. Germans are slowly able to push up, but now that they have proper support from these Sturm Tigers. The Allies' defensive positions is now going to matter against them. So the Allies need to raise their aggressiveness. Which I assume is the ploy with all these CC-8s, but they are clumped up a lot. The Wallonians are once again moving forward here. Sturm Tiger being very aggressively moved up. Opening up for the 76ers to try and flank. And they spotted one of them. And the Royal Air Force almost destroyed one too. Germans might be in trouble. Oh, it's gonna do close range fire though. Destroying one of them, but there's still one other one available. And the EC-8s are trying to push up now. The Germans know they have to protect these Sturm Tigers. If they lose them, it's over. Now they have to stop these EC-8s. Thankfully, the Sturm Tiger is exceptionally armored frontally. But one of them goes down. And now the Wallonians is moving through here. High explosive shells going into the blob. But they are getting their shells off. Or their Panzerfaust off, I mean. But it's not enough. One Sturm Tiger did survive though, which is going to be a big deal. Germans lost the forward camp. It looks like the Royal Air Force is going to come in here. And here they come. British and Americans working together, that's what you want to see. But that is a Tiger. The Tiger tank, if utilized correctly, could also be a very big boon. But if utilized incorrectly, it could just be a waste of resources. That's generally the issue with German heavy tanks, or heavy tanks in general. you need to be very careful with how you utilize them. Because they are sometimes just a resource investment and they're very clunky. But that A2 is dead. The thing is, there's a 76 on a Firefly, which more than enough can penetrate this Tiger. Oh, the 76 is going for a flank. That's what you want to do with him. Trying to get to the rear of the tank. Tiger's in trouble. Oh. They're too close to shoot now. But another shot came in. The Tiger really has to get out of there. Oh, Panzerfaust pounced off. That Tiger tank might actually survive. They might be dead. Oh, they're trying to hit the Firefly. And they won. That Tiger has to get out there and get repairs. Like, the Tiger is way too costly to just lose. But demo charge being planted up here. Wow, they are going all out with this assault. Was Stormseeker firing? Oh, didn't destroy the tank though. And lots of angry Wallonians continuing the march. I don't think we've actually seen a lot of Germans from the SS today. Just a bunch of these far-right extremists. Absolute mad lads. Absolute bastards that deserve to die. And the Americans have secured this, which actually means they could actually get reinforcements in from here, because this is actually on the minimap where you can reinforce from. Which is kinda nuts. But obviously I assume the Germans are gonna retake it shortly. Yeah, they're not gonna allow that re-echelon to do much. But he did lay his minefield, or some of it.
Just got cut off. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
That's not what you expect to see. They're gonna recapture it though. More American tanks have been assembled. Tiger still present. Another Sturmtiger being prepared for the other SS player. They're going full on this Tiger and Sturmtiger combo on, like. Yeah, there goes that lone re-echelon in the rear. Oh, that is British paratrooper and a tank hunter. With a heat bazooka getting a good penetrating shot. And the Royal Air Force is coming in. Oh, it's gonna be. Oh! Give that another stripe to the Royal Air Force. Heavy tank destroyed. Can always trust in the RAF. Oh shit, was trying to crush them.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Okay, someone's gonna have to pull back. What more now? That'll deal with the blobs. You have to be very careful where they move this group of tanks though. Yep, Sturmtiger has already taken aim. Oh, it's stopping. He needs to get a better shot. He has to be very careful where he aims this thing. Oh, it's firing! Ooh, good shot. Immobilizing the two in the rear. That's gonna severely hurt the Americans. But one EC8 is still a threat here. Oh, Flak immobilized it. High explosive though. He's gonna take out this one if he can. He's going for the other one, but it got killed.
We just lost a medium tank.
Yeah, well, the British are slowly creeping up further here. Now the Sturmtiger has arrived with a small Wallonian escort. The This is a lot of Sturmtigers. I don't think I've ever seen this many Sturmtigers in one battle. Trying to repair the engines here quickly. Oh, Firefly got taken out by another Sturmtiger. Also, the church has collateral, as you do. The Sturmtiger is almost reloaded. I could threaten this area. But his paratroopers are overrunning this one, though. Another Tiger tank gonna come in for the Panzer Division. Yeah, it's evolving into a little bit of a tank battle where the Germans are using desperate measures. The Sturmtiger is not designed to destroy tanks. It's designed to destroy fortifications. I suppose desperate times means you need to do desperate measures. Yeah, another Tiger tank has arrived for the Wehrmacht. Let's see if this Tiger tank will do more. More Shermans are riding for the United States of America. Shermans is streaming onto the battlefield now. Which is actually quite accurate, because the Tiger tank would actually run out of ammunition before the Allies would run out of tanks. So that should say something. Oh, they didn't penetrate each other. Oh, the 76 is proving to be more than a match for the Tiger. Sturmtiger is gonna prepare to fire though, I think, soon. Another glider coming in. Americans are taking this other flank too. They're tightening the noose on the German base. Looks like the Wehrmacht is trying to tee up to last tier to try and potentially get Panthers or King Tigers. As Panthers have more frontal armor than the Tiger has. And the King Tiger could slug out with most allied tanks. Ooh, mine! Good to see. The Teller mines and Regal mines are paying off. Looks like we have a Sturmtiger ready to fire somewhere, I think.
Here we go. Get ready to move.
Always hard to keep an eye on all this.
Prepare to execute.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Good position.
Here with the coax.
All the Teller mines here are gonna stop any allied tank push. And oh, there goes another one. And that's not gonna be another one.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
And that is why, as Germans, you should use mines. Mines is your most liberal and effective anti-tank weapon. But I think 182 is actually gonna make it through. It is, but there's gonna be a Tiger waiting. And the 82 is not gonna be enough to deal with a Tiger.
Kill those stupid bastards.
Yeah, there it goes. And that's why Teller mines are so useful.
A medium tank was just lost.
But Germans have lost a lot of ground here. And indeed it did, Smokey. That's actually the most common or effective way for Germans to deal with tanks. And that's actually what the Germans did. They employed mines very liberally. And German anti-tank tactics really did emphasize the usage of mines aggressively. Not so much the whole Panzerschreck thing as people try to do in this game. It was mostly mines. Mines and anti-tank trenches is kind of what they did a lot in. When the Panzer is just mowing through the Americans here. If you had the munitions, you could probably arm them with MG-34s too. That'll make them have a lot of firepower.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
And we'll need to see what happens next here. Another convoy of American tanks have been prepared. This time they probably know to move for another flank.
What's next?
EC8 has been recruited, but they're not going to allow that for long, I think.
Awaiting orders.
Tiger tank moving up aggressively. But it has Panzer Grenadier support nearby, which you want to do.
Heavy panzer is ready.
That's going to be a high explosive shield there. Oh, yeah, that's lethal. Bazooka shot, though. Oh, yeah, those tanks are very plumbed up.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
He's got taken out by another Sturm Tiger shots. That's a lot of Shermans. Sturm Tiger is firing. Overshot. Oh, not looking good there. That might be another dead Sturm Tiger. There it goes.
Heavy armor has been lost.
But the other one is still operational. But EC8 is going for it. Even if his turret is jammed.
They're on the flank.
Oh, his turret is fixed. But the pack front is stopping them.
A medium tank was just lost.
Oh, that's not good for the Germans. They've lost the capability to build more tanks.
Just lost a medium
At least the
tank.
SS. It's gonna be up to the Wehrmacht if they want to turn this around somehow. More Shermans have been prepared though, meanwhile.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
I think the Allies might have this. There's just not enough supplies for the Axis to pull through.
Tiger claims another victim. Infantry firing on us.
Oh, good shot from the Tiger tank right there.
Our gunner has taken a hit.
But there's a stolen pack here.
Tiger needs orders.
And a Tiger cannot be everywhere at once. But I think the German is aiming for the King Tiger, which is not going to be easy to do. Oh, good job with the Blenkorpers making a smoke screen. Oh yeah, the Waffen-SS is not going to do very well here, I think. Oh, the Wallonians are just pulling out so much firepower here. I'm kind of surprised they're only relying on Wallonians though, and not getting any Panzer Grenadiers. Because Panzer Grenadiers are actually really powerful, I believe. Especially for Sturm. Okay, let's try some more tanks there. Oh, they don't have the truck for them? Oh, yeah, they lost the trucks for them, except here, yeah. And these guys, the second Panzer Grenadiers are actually really powerful, as I understand. Probably a step up from the Wallonians. It might be because the Wallonians are cheap, they're utilizing them. Here comes another tank force for the United States. That's a lot of tanks. Only one Sturm Tiger here still reloading.
Truck is ready for orders.
They still have the support of the packs though. And a Wallonian blob trying to protect it.
Ready, set. Ready.
I'd say in Smoker's current situation, he should probably focus on getting the, what's it called, the Thunder Run up, right? This one, I know it's expensive, but it would allow his A2s to be armed exclusively with high explosive shields to deal with all these troops. Just a big suggestion. It would make help dealing with all the German infantry a lot easier, especially late game. Oh, the Sturm Tiger's firing. Good shot. Then the pack front is back here.
A medium tank was
Oh, that
just
truck is
lost.
arriving in a very precarious position. Oh, he went for Panther instead of the King Tide. That's probably a much more economical choice, and the Panther can probably do much of the same thing. Because the Panther has a lot of frontal armor. We have more Shermans arriving for the United States here. But I would suggest trying to get enough munitions to do the Thunder Run upgrade. I think that would make these A2s a lot more valuable.
Ready for orders.
Because his issue is all the German infantry, really. If he can just tear through them with high explosive shells, he should not have a problem anymore. And that truck definitely got destroyed. Oh, that's not good.
Let's move.
Yeah, the Americans and the British are tightening the noose. I'm just gonna have to dig in for a final defense here, I think. Looks like the Panther is being used here to hold. He could actually try and entrench it. Yeah, because his Panzer Grenadiers can entrench his vehicles. And that could make them surprisingly durable in holding a position. Because the Tiger plans to move north, though. With Panzer Grenadier support. Oh, unless the Panzer Grenadiers are gonna move somewhere else. Tiger has to be very careful. He needs infantry support.
Panzer Grenadiers. Heavy Panzer, ready for orders.
Oh, if it's gonna try and duel with a... Oh! Ah! Yeah, now that the Firefly is gone, the Tiger has like no real threat to it up here. Very, very well thought out. And now all the Wallonians are gonna move up. That's a lot of American tanks being prepared. Holy shit.
Taking fire.
I get a feeling Smokey is actually listening to my advice, even if he can't. Because I get a feeling he's saving up for the Thunder Run ability. Tiger Tank is going to be a big menace up here.
Strong Tiger ready.
Oh, he got something else instead, I think.
Crew ready.
Yeah, he's not getting the Thunder Run upgrade yet, anyway. Panzer Grenadiers moving northwards here. This is a very long match. Much longer than I thought it would be.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
So many Shermans. Look at all those Shermans. But the Tiger Tank is slowly creeping up now. Oh yeah, Panther's being entrenched. Good spot too. We'll be able to stop anything coming up up this road. And a tank team present here though with the heat bazooka. Didn't penetrate though.
Armor here.
Oh god, that is a lot of tanks. Are the Americans just gonna overrun them now? Look at all these Shermans, holy shit! And the shield was wasted because now the Shermans are not gonna have any Sturmtiger shield that will stop them.
Armor ready.
I also think it's happening. No, he did not go for Thunder Run anyway. I wonder what he's spending all his munitions on then.
Crew ready. Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
Tiger.
Send your orders. Armor ready.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot of Shermans. Here they come. Back front has been engaged. And here comes here they come on the other flank too. I think the Tiger's gonna get overrun. There it goes.
We have lost a Panzer.
Panther might not hold this unless it can keep the front to them. No, it's getting penetrated. And that goes.
Enemy has destroyed a Panzer.
Oh, the power of Shermans is just never ending.
Field promotion! Send over! Good luck! I can't see shit! Ready, set! Gotta fire in the engine well!
Oh yeah, this is over. Like, kudos to the Germans for trying to hold on despite all this.
We just lost a medium tank. Kill that MG-42 crew!
Yeah, he's using the acceptable losses ability, which US Tank Division gets access to. Replaces up to 4 tanks with A2s as they get destroyed, I believe. Storm Tiger is still trying its best. But I think this is over. Here comes the American Shermans again.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
This is definitely a Wallonian tank graveyard. How are the Germans still holding on?
Ready to go, man.
Like, it's impressive. I'll give him that. Another Panther's trying to be coming out here for the Wehrmacht, but I think it's a little too late.
Get us out of here!
And here comes the next push. Caravan is just slowly forming up.
Cromwell's ready to
Cromwell's flanking from the north now. Just to hold that other point.
ready. Go ahead. Fire! Sounds like an MG-42.
Oh, good attempt with the Panzerfaust, but it's not enough.
Kill those stupid bastards! Airdrop runs now available.
Yeah, there they go. Long match, hard match. Good to see. And I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Bye bye.